Chicken lo mein is a delicious meal packed with chicken, vegetables, and your grain. This is a really simple recipe to put together. It's going to start with a sauce. So we're going to take some water, some white wine vinegar, brown sugar, some soy sauce. So it is soy sauce, but it's pretty minimal amount, so still pretty low in sodium. We have some pineapple juice, and then come in our spices. We have some garlic powder and some ground ginger. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of cornstarch to thicken this sauce up. Typically when you incorporate a starch to thicken, you're going to take it off of the heat and you're going to mix this cornstarch into a slurry with a little bit of water typically, but this particular recipe simplifies matters. So this is already cold. We have not applied this to the heat yet, so we're just going to incorporate the cornstarch now into our cold liquid and stir it before we put it on the heat. Okay, everything is smooth. The cornstarch has dissolved into the liquid, so we're going to go on to our heat now. Okay, what we want to do here is we want to bring this solution to a boil. And that's important because we want to cook out the starch in that cornstarch. And as that comes to a boil, it's going to start to thicken and the viscosity is going to increase to be just what we need to stick to those noodles. All right, so we'll wait for that to come to a boil. Do stir it every so often so that it doesn't stick to the pan. Okay, so we've come to a boil now. We're going to let that boil for about a minute or two, again, just to cook out that cornstarch. Okay, there we have it. Our sauce is all ready. We have a nice consistency here. We're going to set that aside and move on to the next step, which is our vegetables. So for our vegetables, we're going to get a saute pan ready. So saute pan on the stove at about a medium-high heat. Add just a little bit of oil. Sesame oil is great for this particular recipe, or any kind of vegetable oil works. We're going to let that oil heat up just a little bit before we add any of our ingredients. Okay, I can start to see a little shimmer and a shine in the pan. That tells me that my vegetable oil is ready. We want to start with our aromatics. So our aromatics are garlic. You hear that sizzle? That tells me I know that that grease was hot enough. So I have my garlic. We have some onions, some red peppers, we're going to give that a little bit of a toss. If you're here with me in the kitchen today, you would be smelling all of those onions, garlic, and peppers. That's why they're called aromatics. These three ingredients are going to add a ton of flavor to this lo mein today. Okay, we're cooking these just until they start to become translucent. So translucent is basically, if you look at the onion specifically, it's going to start to become a little more faded in color. It's not as bright white anymore. You can almost start to see through it. So we are ready to start adding our other ingredients. So we have some carrots, some green onion, and some broccoli. Lots of vegetables in there today. Isn't that have amazing color? This one's going to be fun for your kids to eat. All right, we're going to let that cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until that broccoli starts to cook through, and then we're going to come back and we're going to combine all of the ingredients. Okay, so our vegetables have been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes now. It's time to test them and see if they're done. You can see they're starting to get a beautiful green color. The carrots have brightened up. But the true test is to take a little knife and pierce one of those broccoli. It should be soft and tender and not too hard. Too many times people are overcooking their broccoli and then you have this broken, mushy ingredient in your dish, and that is not appealing to anybody. So keep it al dente, crisp, tender. You want to have a bite, a chew to it, but not raw. All right, this looks great. We're ready to combine everything. Okay, so I've got my pan. I have some whole grain pasta that has already been cooked and it's still hot. And I have some chicken breast that has already been cooked as well. And it is ready to go in. We've been maintaining it at a nice 135 plus degree temperature. So here we go. So we've got our pasta. Our chicken. Our scrumptious vegetables. You don't want to waste a bit of that. All right, there it is. Vegetables. And now our sauce. Okay, and we're just gonna take a pair of tongs and we're gonna toss that together. So our sauce. Just give that a toss. Came together pretty quickly, but look at those bright colors. I can smell the umami flavors, that earthy flavor coming off of that lo mein. Delicious. Okay, we are ready to serve this up. So we've got a tray ready for us, and we're just gonna take our scoop, make sure we get an adequate portion. And add some fun lo mein noodles for a little bit of crunch, that texture, and it just looks so darn good. And there you have it, chicken lo mein. Oh, that looks delicious. This is Chef Windmiller reminding you to choose fresh, choose local, and choose Iowa.